A betrayal that no one saw coming. A secret that could destroy lives. And a revenge plan so dangerous it could end in tragedy. Next week in EastEnders, Bea Pollard reaches her breaking point. And when she does, the consequences are terrifying. Because this time, it's not just lies and manipulation. Someone could get seriously hurt. And at the center of it all, Billy Mitchell. For weeks now, Bea Pollard has been quietly weaving herself into life in Walford. To most people, she seems harmless, friendly, even a little vulnerable. But behind that carefully crafted image, Bea has been playing a much deeper game. Every conversation, every smile, every kind gesture has been part of a plan. And that plan has one goal: security. Bea doesn't just want to survive in Walford, she wants control. And from the outside, their relationship seems genuine. She supports him, listens to him, makes him feel important. But in reality, Bea is positioning herself, carefully, strategically, making sure Ian becomes her way forward. Because if she can lock in a future with him, everything changes. But just as her plan starts to take shape, everything begins to slip. Ian Beale's life has taken a dramatic turn. After winning the Walford Council elections, he's no longer the same man. Now he's focused on power, reputation, and maintaining his public image. He's busy, distracted, and increasingly self-absorbed, which means Bea's no longer his priority. Her messages go unanswered, her efforts go unnoticed, and slowly she starts losing control over the situation. At the same time, pressure starts building at home. The Mitchell family, who have been letting Bea stay with them, are growing tired of her presence. They didn't expect her to stay this long, and now they want her gone. Bea can feel it, the tension, the impatience, the silent judgment. So she makes a decision. If she can move in with Ian, everything will be fixed. No more relying on the Mitchells, no more uncertainty.
Just stability. Just security. But then, everything collapses in an instant. It all comes down to one moment. Ian reads an article in the Gazette. A simple piece, but with huge consequences. Bea and Ian are described as husband and wife. For Bea, it might seem like a small mistake, but for Ian, it's a disaster. He panics. His mind immediately jumps to worst-case scenarios. Damage to his reputation, questions about his integrity, a scandal that could ruin everything he's worked for. And suddenly, he sees Bea differently.
Not as a partner, but as a risk. Without even taking a moment to think, Ian ends the relationship. Cold. Sudden. Final. And just like that, Bea loses everything she was building toward. But the breakup is only the beginning, because soon after, Ian uncovers something far more serious, something that changes everything. Bea has been secretly buying election votes, manipulating the system, breaking the law. And she didn't do it alone. She used a fraudulent credit card, a card that doesn't belong to her. It belongs to Honey. Someone who trusted her, someone who welcomed her, someone who believed in her. This isn't just betrayal, it's a calculated crime, and Ian knows that if this comes out, it won't just affect Bea, it could destroy him too. But staying silent isn't an option, not anymore. Ian storms over to confront Bea,
There's no hesitation this time, no holding back. He lays everything out, the lies, the fraud, the betrayal. And he makes sure Honey hears every word. At first, Honey refuses to believe it. She defends Bea. Just stability. Just security. But then, everything collapses in an instant. It all comes down to one moment. Ian reads an article in the Gazette. A simple piece, but with huge consequences. Bea and Ian are described as husband and wife. For Bea, it might seem like a small mistake, but for Ian, it's a disaster. He panics. His mind immediately jumps to worst-case scenarios. Damage to his reputation, questions about his integrity, a scandal that could ruin everything he's worked for. And suddenly, he sees Bea differently.
And in a moment of pure anger, he takes control of the situation. He throws Bea out. For good. No discussion, no second chances. Just a final, brutal end. And for Bea, it's the last thing she had left. Now completely alone, Bea reaches her breaking point. Everything she worked for is gone. Her plan has failed. Her relationships are destroyed. And the anger inside her. Completely. There's no forgiveness left. No trust. No future. And in that moment, Bea finally understands. She's lost everything. With nowhere else to go, no one left to turn to, Bea reaches her lowest point. She spends the night alone, sleeping in McClunkey's. The same place she once walked into with confidence, now becomes her last refuge. No home, no friends, no plan. Just consequences. And somewhere in Walford, a dangerous trap has already been set. Waiting. So now the question is, will Billy Mitchell be the one who pays the price? Or will someone else become the victim of Bea's twisted revenge? Because in Walford, nothing ever goes the way you expect. Drop your predictions in the comments. And if you want more EastEnders spoilers like this, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for what happens next.